So it's my husband's birthday today, and got all my little decorations from Amazon. And his dad calls. He has 3 tickets to go on a cruise to Mexico, leaving today. 5-day cruise, and they leave from Long Beach at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So he asks him, does he want the tickets? We got 4 kids. I, for one, cannot go. I have a job and I got children. I'm thinking that he's going to tell his dad no because of said 4 children. No. He's scrambling around looking for his birth certificate so he can go on said 5-day cruise. I'm not saying anything, but let's just see how this goes. I'm supposed to pick up the birthday cake at 2 o'clock as well.
When I saw the caption on the video, it got me thinking. The caption says, when you are married to a selfish man. Choosing to go on a 5-day cruise without your family as a married man. What do you think? Does it mean that being a married man means that you must always do things with your family? You cannot choose to go solo. You can't choose to travel alone, to spend time alone without having your children or without doing that with your wife. But choosing to go on a 5-day cruise, it's a cruise. Personally, I think that is a stretch. Remember, he was given 3 tickets by his father. And from her story, she's not going and her children are not going. So who is he going on the cruise with? Going through the comment section, I saw a comment that said, you don't just wake up and book a cruise trip. It is something you've planned. You must have planned for months, if not even for a year. From what the person said, the commenter, there is a possibility that he planned the trip himself and he made it look like the father was the one that did it. Let's see what people have to say in the comment section. I can't go. I have 4 kids and a job. Babe, so does he. He taking the other girl and their kids. You gon' stay though, so just stay out that man business. Hear me out. Act excited and say you actually can go. Someone is watching the kids. Start packing and see how quick it changes. I'm a travel agent. The trip has been planned for maybe a year. Your cruise has to be paid off 90 days before sailing. It's very rare to find a last-minute cruise, let alone 3 last-minute tickets. Someone replied and said, exactly, it's not cheap at all. During this time of the year, there are a lot of last-minute deals because of a lot of people don't like to travel during hurricane season. So this one is replying, we cruise every year during hurricane season. You may be able to find an older ship that doesn't have many amenities on a last-minute basis, but that's still rare. It's possible but rare. And they are probably in an inside cabin, sleeping 3 to a room. That's a no for me. This one is asking, there is too much to unpack here. What kind of job does he have where he can take off 5 days on the spot? I will tell him I found a babysitter. My job approved my time off. See what he says then. 3 tickets is such an odd number. Does that have a wife? This was planned, girl. Cruises require you to have that info before your port day. Being a husband, a father, does not mean that you cannot have your me time, but choosing to abandon your wife and your 4 children for 5 days, that is you being inconsiderate. Who is going to take care of the children? She's obviously going to be at work because she's not off from work. Judging from what people have said from the comment section, it's obvious that people are suspecting that the trip was pre-planned and he might have another girl. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section.
I haven't spoken to my husband in 2 weeks. And we still live in the same house and sleep in the same bed. Let me give you a backstory. So on Halloween, I went to work. I did not eat. I had patience. I worked 8 hours. The kids wanted to go trick-or-treating, so my husband and I went to his sister's house. I stayed in the car because I wasn't feeling well. I felt nauseous. I just really wasn't feeling well. We stayed for a little while. They got back in the car. He asked me, am I okay? I said, no, I'm not feeling well. I'm nauseous. I did not eat. He said, okay, we're going to get something to eat. I said, I think we should get cereal right now because that's the fastest thing. I don't want no fast food. We got the cereal. We came home. I was eating cereal. It still wasn't feeling well, so I came upstairs. He followed me upstairs and he said, "Do you want me to leave you alone?" And I said, "Yeah, leave me alone because I'm not feeling well." And this man said, "You told your husband to leave you alone? You should never tell your husband." Excuse me? I am not feeling well. I want you to leave me alone. He said, "Okay, I'm going to leave you alone. I'm going to leave you alone." I went downstairs because my daughter was upset that we didn't go trick-or-treating out here. He came downstairs. He said other things. I didn't say anything. Cool bean. I sat on the couch. He came upstairs and he locked the bedroom door. For that night, I slept on the couch because I'm not fighting and arguing with you. I still don't feel well. Cool beans. The next day, he got up. He said nothing to me. I said nothing to him. Cool beans. That Sunday, he went to work. I went to go pick up one of my daughter's friends so she can have a play date. And when he was leaving, I was like, "Have a good day." "Don't tell me to have a good day. You don't mean that. You hate me." I said, "No, I don't hate you. I love you. Give me a kiss." "I'm not kissing you." Cool beans. Ever since then, we have not talked. Am I wrong? Oh, let me not forget. I sent him a text message, which I'm going to put in here. I said, "Hey, I think we should have the conversation." You know, he didn't had the conversation to clear the air. You know, he didn't answer me back. Matter of fact, sorry, let me go back. He blocked me on every social media website. Every social media website. Am I wrong? Please let me know. And yes, I'm just waking up. And you see this skin? Get your collagen. Okay, let me know.
I just saw a video of a lady saying she hasn't talked to her husband in 2 weeks. And all I have to say to that lady is, you mean he hasn't talked to you in 2 weeks? Because one thing about men, they talking to somebody. If they're not talking to you, they talking to somebody. And a lot of times, if they talking to you, they still talking to somebody else. So what do you mean you haven't talked to your husband for 2 weeks and y'all in the same house? Baby, what's the plan? What's the move? Because not talking for a whole day is crazy. 2 weeks? Girl.
Like I said in the previous video clip, there is nothing wrong in wanting to have your own space in your marriage. You are an individual in that marriage. You're not feeling fine and asking for your own personal space. I don't think there's anything wrong in what she did. Personally, I think that man has been looking for an avenue to create chaos, an avenue to keep malice. Maybe he has something he's trying to hide from her. Maybe he has plans of maybe meeting someone else. I mean, a different lady. Some people intentionally cause chaos in relationships. They cause malice so they can use that as an opportunity to do whatever they've always wanted to do, especially for those men that have been looking for a way to cheat. They've been looking for a way to spend more time with another woman. Imagine having your wife down with illness, she's not feeling fine, and you're choosing that moment to keep malice with her. How inconsiderate can someone be? Someone that is already down, someone that is stressed physically, you're choosing to stress her mentally. You're choosing to add to her stress. It doesn't make sense. Let's see what people are saying about this in the comment section. This one says, he's talking to someone else. This other lady says, when I'm not feeling well, I want my husband beside me no matter what. If I'm pissed or not, that's me. Girl, that's you. Silent treatment in a marriage is crazy. The silent treatment is abusive behavior for anyone who doesn't know. Of course, it is abusive. How old is he again? That's a good question. Your husband in a new relationship? People are wondering. He's looking for an out. It's possible. Like I said, people just create chaos to execute their plan. Ask him calmly if he would like a divorce. That could be a possibility. Being blocked on social media by your own husband sleeping in the same house as you is outrageous behavior. I'm telling you right now, that's a guilty man that was looking for a way to make you the villain. I agree with her. He wanted a reason. Married people don't make marriage look worth it. He's looking for a way out. Protect your peace.
I made the extremely tough decision to leave my husband last year after being with him for 21 years. We were married for 8 years. And my ex-husband is not a bad guy, wonderful father. But there were some things that would send people into orbit when I would tell them things. Like, number one, And I'm not exaggerating. My ex-husband did not tell me that he loved me. That sends people into outer space when I tell them that. That was something that I accepted. We'll call it accepted, but now I see it as settling. I had accepted this about him, but what ended up happening is years and years and years of what I will consider emotional neglect unintentionally. I began to resent him, and there's a few videos that I want to make of things that I've learned, especially with us coming up on 1 year divorced, and what I learned about divorcing the good guy and what a villain that makes you, how hard it is on your kids. I just want this to reach someone going through the same thing or thinking about divorcing the good guy. And if you have questions, if you have concerns that you have for yourself or your kids, drop it in the comments. I'd love for somebody to ask me something because I feel like my story can help somebody. We're going to start here.
I'm married to the nice guy. The guy who on paper and to the world seems like the funny, just fun-loving guy. But inside, in my house, it's the silent treatment. It's the manipulation. It's the gaslighting. It's the subtle ways that keep you questioning, like, is this really happening or am I making it up? Am I good or is this really like the way things are? But when you bring up a problem with the nice guy, there's deflection, there's, oh, that's not a big deal, you're making a big deal out of nothing. There's ignoring it flat out, like it didn't actually happen and the words did not come out of your mouth. It's subtle. And that subtleness will keep you guessing for a really long time. And it will keep you trapped in an uncomfortable relationship that is only one-sided for a very long time. And the amazing thing is when you start having children, the busyness of life is like, it's really not that bad. There are worse things. You keep moving forward as if like none of this is actually happening. You start gaslighting yourself because to the world, this person still seems like the most sane, beautiful, kind human being. But inside, with the relationship with just you, things are totally different. And then the people around you start gaslighting you because they don't experience the same person that you do. And in my life, I am the only person in my spouse's life that sees him. The only person. He does not have friends. He does not have close family members that know him deeply. He has surface level people in his life. And my family members who were close for a while are also surface level. They didn't want to look deeper. They had already marked me as the problem. So moving through this took a long time. Like I think back on 19 years. I've been married 19 years. I was 23 when I got married. I was virtually a child. And a lot of that was because I had absolutely no support growing up. I learned how to put in my own tampons. I learned how to shave my legs by myself. I moved through womanhood alone. So to move through a relationship, I just thought I was on my own. I thought I could handle it. I thought that I'd married the nice guy, the funny guy, the guy who made me laugh, the guy that loved to play with the kids, the guy that just was good. But the reality was that good didn't translate into a good relationship. That good didn't translate into a long, loving relationship. That good translated into more and more frustration and pain for me.
What does a nice guy mean? Do you conclude that a guy is nice because he's nice to people? You can see the way he treats people? Or do you conclude that he's a nice person because of how he treats you? A lot of people are very pretentious. They are very performative. You get to know who people truly are when you share the same space with them, when you stay under the same roof with them. It's just a matter of time you get to know their true color. Some people are more concerned about their public image. They are more concerned about how they are being perceived by others. But when they get into their family unit, when you bring it down to how they treat their wife, their children, it's a contrast. Their behavior outside is totally different from their behavior inside. Opposite. I think it's best to experience someone firsthand before drawing your conclusion on what you think about the person. I'm not going to throw away the fact that people are very pretentious, especially men that are looking to get into a relationship with you. They can become performative and act so nice and so sweet and all that. You get to know their true color when you start that relationship with them. So sometimes it can be very difficult. Silent treatment is a strategy. Any man that uses that on you does not like you. Here are some comments from the video. I'm convinced 98% of us are married to a man-child. She replied saying, we are. And most of them have a mother wound to go with it. The mom who wasn't attached or the mom who was overly attached, which is way more common. Then we married the nice boy who tried to please his mom who never disconnected from her. I'm divorcing nice guy after 17 years. My life. I'm alone and everyone thinks he's great. Number 1, no communication. Number 2, no intimacy. Number 3, no teamwork. Number 4, no affection. If I don't ask, I don't get. Nothing is fluid. It's draining. The lack of intimacy demolished my self-worth for so long. I have 5 boys, not 4, and a husband. So basically, she's counting her husband as her child. I think society means non-violent when they say nice to describe a man. This is perfectly said. My mom used to call them house devil, street angel. Mine said, everyone likes me, why don't you? I said, I'm the only one who knows who you are. Exactly. He would tell me that no one in his life treated him like I did. I always was so negative. I was the only one who knew him. That's called covert narcissism. This was my father. I didn't know this until I became an adult and married at 53 to a malignant narcissist. He's not a nice guy, he's a narcissist. I was married to this silent treatment guy. He is now my ex-husband and I'm so much happier. There are emotionally available men.
I think the highest form of love is consideration, because if you really love someone, you consider them. You think before you speak. You move with awareness of how your actions affect their peace. You care about what makes them feel safe, not just what makes you feel good. Because anybody can say I love you, but not everyone will pause before they do something that could hurt you.
Do you have any advice for newlyweds?
Yeah. Cool. When did you guys get married?
10 months ago.
10 months ago. Well, congratulations. That's a lovely thing. Well done. I'll answer this boringly. Just be of service. Don't think about, as individuals, don't think about what you want. Think about what you have to offer. We all got to serve someone, right? Might as well be the other half. Might as well be the person you love. I think people... Esther Perel. Do you know Esther Perel? She's very good on relationships. Brilliant writer. And she's got this brilliant thing about it's not 50-50 in a relationship, ever. Some days you come home and you're a 10. You're exhausted. You're tired. And your partner needs to be a 90. They need to make dinner and take care of the laundry and do everything for you. And some days you come home and you're a 60 and they're a 40, you're a 30, they're a 70. You need to kind of match up. And then on aggregate, it works out to 50-50 over a long enough timescale. Good luck.
They said it all. It's all about consideration. You cannot claim to love someone and watch the person suffer. The moment you get into a relationship or marriage with someone and the public knows that the both of you are together, even if the public doesn't know, you have to always consider that person before taking some certain actions, especially actions that involves the both of you or that concerns the both of you. There are some individual actions that you might take that might fall back on the both of you. Think about it as well. How will this person perceive this? How is this stuff going to make this person feel? You think about it, not the other guy shutting the door and letting the sick wife go sleep on the couch. Like, does it make sense? Like I said, I think that man has been looking for a way out. He's tired. He has someone else somewhere else. Someone told you they're not feeling fine, but you chose to pick a fight with the person. Like, are you happy that she's actually sick, or are you concerned that she's sick? Which one? Obviously, you're happy she's sick because you chose to make the situation worse for her with your actions. I don't know what she decided to do because people were asking her in the comment section.
Men, we need to stop treating women that we love like shit, because the stuff that I've seen from my friends have made me gag, cry, and think about my life for the past couple of years from the stuff that I've seen. So my homegirl, she got cheated on. I watched her cry a week over this instance of her getting cheated on, and she found out from the girl that was cheating with her boyfriend. So she sent the video, watched the video, sent it to all of us. We saw the video. He cheated. She cried for a week. Now, she decided that she was going to stay with him. I thought she was stupid. Turns out she had a whole plan for it. I watched this woman talk to about 12 men in a span of like 3 weeks. She had all these men in her pocket like Pokemon cards or some shit. Like they were just waiting for that dude to mess up. And she, all of them, and sent him the videos while she was with him. Be careful out here.
What made her not deserve a good man? Your mother.
Okay, so if, like, she, you know, put it like this. She had me and she raised me good or whatever. She did the best she could. She raised me good. I didn't want for anything, but, you know, she had kids out of wedlock.
Brother,
you know what I mean?
Does that mean your mother isn't a good woman, or she wasn't taught properly?
That means that she might, put it like this. It has nothing to do with her being a good person, because she is.
So
but
what makes her not deserve a good man?
That right there. I mean,
Brother,
not just that.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you have children?
Yep.
Did you have children out of wedlock?
Nope.
So you were married to a woman?
Yep.
The woman that's raising your children, does she deserve a good man?
Yeah, she didn't have kids out of wedlock.
Brother, hold on,
real quick. Let me say this.
No, listen, no, you can't stay around this. Are you married to that woman right now?
Yeah.
Does she deserve a good man?
Does she deserve a good man? I would probably say no, but.
So your mother didn't deserve a good man, and the mother of your children don't deserve a good man.
Well, put it like this. When you say good, what are you talking about?
Come on, brother, don't do that.
Hold on. No, because
don't do that, brother. Come on. You resent your mother for certain things, but
I
you
don't
realize that. Hold on, brother.
I don't resent my mother.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Because a man that truly loves his mother, a man that's truly in love with his mother, will never say my mother didn't deserve a good man. While raising a male by herself. Sometimes we resent the person that stayed in our life and forgive the man that abandoned us, rather than saying, man, you the reason my mom became so hard. You the reason my mom didn't love me and nurture me the way she needed to, because she was out here being mommy and daddy. All women deserve good men. Because when they don't, hold on, let me finish. Let me finish, brother. Let me finish, please. And the first good man they deserve is a good father.
Let's start off with the girl that slept with 12 men in 3 weeks. No, you're doing that to yourself, not to your so-called boyfriend. That was a wrong move. The best thing she would have done was for her to have left. Pack your bag and leave. What's the point of you sleeping with 12 men? Do you think you did anything wrong to him? Nope. The most that is going to happen to him is bruised ego. That's it. You did yourself a disservice for deciding to do that. You slept with 12 men. What if you got infected? Please, if we're deciding to do revenge, there's some revenge you don't even do, honestly, because this one does not make sense. Me, I don't believe in revenge. If I don't like what you're doing, I pack up my bags. I'm off. I cut you off. That's it. I don't like stress. Let's talk about the other guy that hates his mom. You cannot tell me that that guy has no hatred for his mom. more. Your father abandoned you. Whatever that happened between your father and your mother is none of my business. The fact that he was not in your life means that he abandoned you. Your mom stepped up, became your mother and your father, and this is all you have to say? That she doesn't deserve a good woman because she gave birth to you out of wedlock. Let's even talk about the wedlock stuff he mentioned. Who created that narrative of having a child out of wedlock? Or because you did not have a child in a marriage, you did not get married before having a child, so you should be banished. Your child is a bastard. That's how they say it. It's the society. It's what they coined. It's their narrative they're pushing out. So everyone will fall in line. Everyone will get married. So they can easily control everyone. If you feel like marriage is what you want to do, go ahead and do it. But don't think because you had a child with a man that you're married with means that you're better off than the next woman that chose to have a child without getting married. I don't believe in the societal construct when it comes to some certain type of things like this. They shame people, they name things so they can make everyone fall in line. They don't want outcast. They don't want you to be out of the line, because if you're not in the line, they will tag things, they will name things just to shame you. That guy might be a woman hater, because listening to him, I think there was a point where he said his wife does not also deserve a good man. Maybe it was a mistake, I don't know. But hating a woman, your mother that was there for you when your father abandoned you, you must have something wrong with you in your brain. What he just exhibited, it's not new. A lot of boy child grow up hating their mothers after being abandoned by their fathers. They believe their mothers were the reason their fathers abandoned them. It doesn't make sense to me. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section.
I don't give a what no grown man on this app said. They're lying their ass off. If your man likes you, you're in a relationship together, you boyfriend, girlfriend, and he likes you, keyword likes you, he's going to do whatever you say. He's going to do whatever you tell him. He's going to move when you move. I don't care how broke he is. If he going to make the motherfucking trees shake into some dollar bills fall off. And that's if he likes you. Oh no, that's just how Jay is. That's how he act. No, that's not how Jay act. That's how Jay act with you, because Jay don't fucking like you.
This is why I've always said, even with guys who aren't in the most financially stable position, right? Maybe they're going through, or maybe they're just not in the best position, right? If they're dealing with somebody who they genuinely like, who they know for a fact will reciprocate energy, right? This is somebody that they trust. There is absolutely nothing in this world stopping them from showing you that. The social media keeps pushing this ideology that, you have to date a man that's super rich, that's super loaded, that's going to take care. But at the end of the day, even if that man lacks character or that person just doesn't like you as much, you just end up in a place of financial manipulation, a place where you will still be in some way, shape, or form being mistreated. It's more ideal as a make it happen type of relationship where the bond is so strong, where both individuals like each other so much that nothing necessarily stops them from progressing or improving. Won't be any excuses, any change in behavior after a while, no weird stuff. The communication is good and that never changes. I'm telling you, it's a whole different ballgame.
You just need to bring back the times where you can just hit your wife, and if she calls the police will come to your door, and they be like, yo, why'd you hit your wife? Just getting out of line. Yeah, we're sorry for interrupting you. Go put that in her place.
Ain't that crazy? Now, let's hop on the Magic School Bus, boys and girls, and let's go to the comment section. Facts. I agree. Bring back those days. Let's bring back the 1950s. And what's sad is, I'm going to have some men that's going to come up in here talking about, yeah, man, no, he was just trolling. Oh, man, he just rage baiting. You really can't say that. You really can't say that, because when you start having men inspired by this type of demonic rhetoric, demonic ideology, and they're clearly in agreement with it, nah, bro, this classifies as misogynistic hate speech. This is hate speech. And as a black man, this bothers me and this infuriates me. And let me tell you why. Black men, do y'all understand this is why that argument floats out there that black men are the racist white people of black people? Because of this right here. You'll have an ignorant dude that'll get on the internet, black man that'll get on the internet and reinforce that argument to exist. And will say this out of their own mouth. And what's crazy is you don't even realize what you said. You said that, yeah, I'm willing to go back to a time where black men and black women dealt with intensified racism, intensified white supremacy. But my hatred and my level of disdain is so strong and so heavy towards black women, I'm willing to go back to that time so I can oppress a black woman. Because at least I'm not a black woman. Yeah, as a black man, I'll deal with the racism, I'll deal with the emasculation, but as long as I have a black woman underneath me. That's what you said. That's what you said.
Let's have a look at the comment section. They are not lonely enough. My grandmother is 4 times a widow, no burials. They will go back to segregation just so they can beat their women. Are there any more street black men? But these same black men see black women marching for them even when they are wrong. So in a sense, black women created that monster with their loyalty. This is why feminism exists. As a 17-year-old girl, this makes me scared of my future. I'm exhausted. When I was a child, my maternal grandmother told me that black men would be fine with slavery as long as it was only for black women. Shaking my head. She then told me to make sure I never put myself in a position to depend on a man. Get educated, have separate bank access, make your own money. If he's there, it will be because you want him, not because you need him. The fact that a black woman put her life on hold and carried you for 9 months and sacrificed her life to make sure you live, and your sisters and aunties, my heart breaks for them. I pray every woman on this planet, regardless of race, avoid you, runs when they see you. My grandmother had a sister who was married to an abusive man that had been in the Navy. She and the man went fishing one day. Well, he didn't make it home. It was ruled as accidental drowning. Real misogyny never went away. That's the whole point. And they wonder why our grandmothers were telling us to get our education so we can support ourselves. My ex-husband used to say women have too many rights in America. I've always said this. There's a way this world operates. It's all about captivity, all about taking over, ruling others, control. If you look at it, we have the slave trade, slavery. We have nations conquering nations, nations leaving other nations in captivity. When it comes to men and women, men feel like they're the superior ones, so it's okay for them to conquer us. We are in captivity. Women are in captivity. It's a man's world. So for men, this is how they operate. They feel like they have to conquer someone. They have to conquer something. And we all know, I don't know if everyone knows, but it's obvious that the patriarchy system promised men that all of them will be kings as long as they have a woman underneath them. Marriage is a way for a man to conquer a woman. All of them cannot equally become rulers, presidents, governors. The reward that patriarchy system has for every man is marriage. It gives room for men to control someone, and that someone is a woman. I'm not sure if men innately have that urge to dominate, to control something, to be in charge, to have authority over something or someone. I guess those traits could be as a result of the societal conditioning, how the society has conditioned men, how the society is structured. Regardless, most men derive pleasure in controlling others, in dominating others, in being in charge, in exerting authority over others. Men are not peaceful people. They love chaos. They love oppression. They love to oppress. They love to subjugate. A lot of them are not happy that women have freedom. They are not happy that women have feminism movement. They hate it. Marriage is all about service, and men are not willing to serve. They expect women to do the serving because in their head they captured us. The world we live in has a playbook. It's either nations are colonizing nations, race are colonizing race, men are colonizing women.
Why can't women be women anymore? Who's excited for this one? Why do you need a bank account? Why do you need a job? Why do you need friends? Oh, outstanding. Why don't you just find a good man who's going to take care of you? Said good man that will only take care of you so long as you don't have a bank account, a job, or friends. Shit out a bunch of babies for him. Shit out a bunch of babies for him. And take care of the house. It's such an easy life. Baffles me that a woman hasn't been seduced by your proposition. It requires no thought at all. That sounds like your area of expertise. So you don't have to pretend that you're smart. It's such a shame women are too stupid to realize what an opportunity they're missing out on. And just stop trying to have your little ideas. Quit reading. What is this, Gilead? Just make a bunch of babies, as the gods intended. This guy captioned this video, "You're making it harder than it needs to be." Look, if a woman having a bank account, a job, friends, and knowing how to read is making it harder for you to secure a romantic relationship with one, good, as nature intended.
The male loneliness epidemic and women's single, satisfied, and sane revolution, as I'm coining it, feel free to come up with a better name if you can, are clear indicators as to why men have always and continue to aim to control women's bodies and lives. It's not because women don't know any better and need a man's strength or intellect or innate ability to lead to navigate life. That is just plain nonsense. It's because because men need to control women to get affection, sex, and care. As long as women were financially and legally dependent on men, serving men was a necessity. It was done out of survival due to oppression. But we see that as women have gained more freedom and the ability to exist on their own, they're not just doing fine, they're thriving. Men, on the other hand, overall are struggling because they've tied their pleasure, value, and basic survival to women being in service of them. As more and more women are rejecting that role, men don't know what to do with themselves, and they refuse to evolve, to develop beyond this thinking of provider and patriarch, and create a new way of living for themselves, one that would benefit not only women, but men as well. Instead, however, they cling tighter to the oppressive ways of the past. That's why red pill manosphere content is so prevalent, because boys have been sold a lie about the type of man they should be to get the life that fulfills their wants and needs, and have bought into it too much to let it go for fear of a severely bruised ego. So they think that if they just maintain control of women and how things used to be, they'll get everything they want, because that's easier than actually putting in the work to become a better person. But the old ways are dying because women have the choice to be with men or not, and many of them are choosing not because it doesn't add to their lives. In fact, it takes away from them. And until men as a whole grow up from this mentality, more and more of you are going to continue being alone and miserable.
Men don't have real friends for the most part. This is a big part of the problem. Tell them, because they don't want to hear it from us. Maybe from a man, they will understand. I'm so proud of all the women drawing boundaries. If there is one thing I've learned from relationships, is that you have to learn to be happy by yourself before you can be happy in a relationship. That's a true talk. This comment is coming from a man that does not agree with what he said. Dude, men don't need to control women for anything you named. If any authority is needed, it is to protect women, because how can you protect someone who doesn't listen to safety instruction like a child? Not calling women children, you just did. And what makes you think that you are in the right position to protect a woman? If not the fact that you feel superior, you feel like you're better off, you feel like you know better. If not for the fact that you see her like a child, but you tell a child not to run in the streets so they don't get hit by a car, and the child runs in the streets and gets hit, whose fault is it? But if you say don't go running in the streets and you maintain supervision of the child chances go down of the child getting hit by a car. Not for adult women, it's different. Let her see you are the safe choice and she will follow your guidance. Correct me. Men long to control us because it's easier than just being good partners and fathers. It's about entitlement, not loneliness, especially when the loneliness is self-imposed at its core. The next video coming up is on relationship rejection. So this lady that is 35 years old rejected a man. So he left a voice note telling her that she's 35 and she doesn't have a choice. She doesn't have to be picky because she's 35. The fact that he's proposing marriage means that she should jump at it. Let's have a look.
I can't fathom why a medical doctor like you, someone who is about 35 years, you are still judging a guy that wants to be serious with you. Or do you think that for the fact that a guy sends a text message, then you condemn the guy for that? Text message that was sent before the guy met you. The guy has not even done anything to you. You're condemning him because of the past. Are you better than that guy? Are you actually better than? Because the people that are quick to spot, faults in people are actually people who are not even better than those people. If you are good, you wouldn't even be spotting spots in people. All right. That attitude I met you with, where you feel you don't believe anything anybody says, you are looking for negatives from them. I think you need some to see a psychologist, because you don't meet people and the only thing you're looking for is fault. How to make sure it doesn't work out between you and that person at the age of 35. I should even be looking, okay, do you think at my level I can marry a girl of 25 or 24? Do you think so? Do you think I'm doing well for myself? All right. So I can marry any girl I want. So don't be looking at it. Maybe you think maybe you're doing me a favor. You're 35. You should be settling down. Do you want to get to 40? Do you want to do that? Your younger sister is married, your brother is married, and here you are here looking for a guy with not even about me, but when I met you and I saw what you are looking for, I said to myself, I mean, you are not 22 or 23. These are maybe what you see in people who are 21 or 22. 35, you are quick passing your biological clock, and you are there trying to screen a guy. Screening a guy for what? You should be like a guy that comes your way and you feel that the person is serious. You should be welcoming. You should be giving green lights. People don't advise you. You need psychological evaluation if that's the way you are right now. Because if I was your brother, okay, this is the advice I'm giving you. There's nothing like, I'm coming out. Yeah, I have to talk to you. I'm a man. All right. If you do things that are not right, I have to correct you. All right. So I'm not perfect. I told you that I met you. I told you I'm not perfect too. But I'm not a bad person. So if you are there looking for negatives, faults in me, you are not ready to settle down. If you are ready, you're not the only girl out there. You should know that. Do you know how many girls, anybody I know as a person, you're not the only girl. So if I'm coming for you, it's a privilege. You can't be thinking that, oh, maybe you are the best option I have.
A lot of men are so angry that they don't have easy access to women anymore. You know, men like him will usually try their luck with the younger ones, and then when they're unsuccessful, they resolve to try the backup and expect a more agreeable response because biological clock. And they're surprised when they're met with yet another resistance and they don't understand why.
We have been lied to. I was told that at 35, I would be shriveled up and preparing for a geriatric season. But alas, at 35, I have hips. I've lived my life as a parallel sister. I was committed to the parallel cause. I said, I'm not destined to have hips that will be accused of lying and will not lie. But today, less than a month after 35, I have a curve. This is volumizing gloriously. Skin is skinning effortlessly, and hips are forming to lie seductively. And they try to tell me that at 35, it's all gonna go into the gutter. Hey, the propaganda is no longer propagating, because again at 35, when I thought I would live my life as a parallel galley, my body said, no, you've clocked 35 and you have hips that will be accused of lying. So for those of you afraid of entering the 30s, leap in. The best is truly yet to come. Now I'm like, what will 40s bring? Oh, 45 bring? I've seen the new age of 50 and 60-year-olds and I'm shaking in my boots. I'm like, who is the youth here? Good morning.
Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
It's gonna be hard to upload this, but I really don't give a fuck. So I have a 7-year-old and she's autistic. I don't got no village. But you bitches be like, oh, I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. Is a fuck lie. A fuck lie. I would change it. Motherfucker, judge, but no help. Every day, constantly. Worried about what the fuck I'm doing and not worried about my mental and about what the fuck I got going on. Pray it away. Where the fuck I'm gonna go? I can't pray no fuck autism away. How about you pray for me? How about that? And I don't even do shit like this, but I know it's a lot of moms on here that'll get me. Cause my family don't. I'm just all over the place right now. I can't even stop moving. Yeah, fuck lie.
Let's talk about the struggle of motherhood. Some people do enjoy being mothers, while some don't. Let's talk about it.
This is my 5th time recording this because I don't want to cry on camera. I'm sitting outside my house right now in my driveway, and I don't want to go back inside, even though all my errands are done, because I'm upset and I'm angry. And I have no one to really talk to about this. I feel quite isolated. So I'm sharing it here in hopes that it finds the right audience, because my toddler for the last 6 months has been so mean. And at first I didn't want to react to it. I know having a preferred parent is very common and often that switches. I know all of this, okay? But it's been going on for so long that it's starting to become it's starting to cut deeper, because it's why hasn't it switched? Why am I not the preferred parent? What am I doing wrong? I take care of the whole house. I make sure I'm the one making sure she's eating healthy and she's fed and she's, getting all the stuff that she needs. And it's very draining, and I'm feeling very, emotional over it. And so every single night for the last 6 months, she has only wanted dad. And anytime dad is home, on weekends, she only wants dad. And I never react to it. But this morning it was really bad. I just came back from a 3-day trip in Whistler for a work trip, and I missed my family. And yesterday was okay, but again, it was the same thing last night. She only wanted dad. And then this morning, I'm busy making breakfast for the family, and she keeps asking daddy to play with her. And daddy said, I'm busy right now. Why, mommy's going to play with you. Mommy will play with you. And she said, no, I don't want to. I'll just play by myself. So first, ouch, I want to play with my child, and she doesn't want to play with me. And then she asked him again, and he says, why don't you ask mommy? And she said, I don't really like mommy. And kids say stuff. I know that. I didn't really react to it. And then over and over, 8 times over, she said, I just really like daddy best. I don't really love mommy. And hearing it, repeated like that. Sorry. It just cut deep. And I feel bad because I'm now, resentful towards my husband. And it's not his fault, but I just am. I'm angry. And I try so hard to care for everyone, take care of the house, take care of her, be a good wife, while also still trying to maintain my own identity, my work. And it's I feel really underappreciated right now.
If there's one thing I've learned in my lifetime about having kids, is that it comes with a lot of pain, sadness, and uncertainty. In the comments in a lot of my Child Free by Choice videos, there's lots of people understandably saying that your life will not have the same value as it does when you have kids. It's a totally different experience. It brings you so much joy. It brings you so much purpose. But I want to talk about my perspective on the situation and what I have learned. I was born in Pennsylvania to 2 parents that loved me and wanted me very deeply. I have 2 older brothers. When we grew up, my parents did everything they could to give us the best life possible. My dad worked full-time while my mom stayed home with us. My oldest brother's name is Jason. My middle oldest brother's name is Ryan. And growing up, we had a normal childhood. We went to church, we did sports, activities, we did vacations together. Everything was beautiful. Things started to change as we approached adolescence, and there's so much that I could talk about, but the spark notes is that Jason got involved in drugs. So he started with weed and alcohol, and it escalated into harder substances. Ryan got into drugs mostly because he was partying, and there's a huge opioid epidemic in Philadelphia, and he started taking pills and got addicted to. And so what followed after that was pure chaos and torture in my household. My parents trying to help my brothers with their addictions, fighting, stealing. And so what I'll say is these things do not discriminate. My parents were great parents. They did everything they could to help us. And this is just the path that they went down. And I feel like I'm doing my brothers a disservice. I just don't want to get too into what led them there, why I think that happened in this video, but providing context into what I experienced as parents with children. And in a sad twist of fate, Ryan, after he got sober from pills, got cancer. He unfortunately passed away after battling cancer for 18 months, and finding this picture was really hard because even seeing him in this state breaks my heart. Jason joined the Marines. He graduated college, University of Pittsburgh, with an engineering degree. He was an engineer for a while, but he just really had a hard time getting sober from Herion. I don't think I can say that on here. And it was just, again, torture for my family. After many painful years of really trying to support Jason in his addictions, he unfortunately overdosed when he was 31. So it's just me and my parents left. So anyone out there who wants to become a parent or is a parent and sees the joy, you have to be comfortable with the fact that you cannot control the outcome. And I think by having kids, I'm opening myself up to way more pain and suffering. And sure, maybe it won't turn out that way, but from everything that I've seen, I am good on that.
Having children in a patriarchal society is a humiliation ritual. If having a boyfriend is embarrassing, having a fucking baby daddy is mortifying. Now everybody knows what that takes. You took that shit raw, turned yourself into a little cum bucket for him, changed your body from the inside out, created a whole nother human with half of his DNA, and now you're just walking around as his fucking baby mama. Because, okay, think of men and their picture with their prize. Like their prize car, like to stand there, oh, look at all my cars. Or they like to stand there and look at all the fish I caught today. They just like to stand there and line up all the things that they conquered. How do they like to take family pictures? I'm the man. This is my wife. Look at all my children. It's the same thing. Bearing their children, you now become like their first prey. And then they get to line up, because having children and having family for a man gives them clout. It gives them some legitimacy to stand on, because it tells the world, like, everyone knows this is common fucking knowledge, and this is why men get the clout when they're dating a woman. They look at the woman and they're like, oh, she's pretty fucking normal. She's pretty beautiful. What does she see in him? How many times do you hear that? What the fuck is that girl doing with that guy? Damn, what the fuck must have a big dick? He must make a lot of money. Exactly. So, and then you had kids with him. It's just to fuck humiliate you. It's to use control, because now you have the kids. So obviously if you want to keep your kids, if you want to stay together and see them every single day, you have to stay with him. So it provides him control. He can now control you to not leave the relationship. If you decide, well, no, I'm still going to leave the relationship, here comes the humiliation again. Now you have to publicly be a single mom. Ugh. And everybody's going to be talking shit like single moms are the fucking toxic waste. And then he gets no shame. He can pay no child support, dodge income, dodge everything, become a total drain on society in every way just to avoid paying child support. But we're still going to look at the single mother and point fingers and, you're a single mother. Why didn't you? Blah, blah, blah.
The first two stories, very sad. The last video clip, very true. Let's see what people have to say about the last video clip and the other stories in the comment section. If marriage and having kids were good for women, they would have taken it away from us. I feel like people encourage you to have kids because misery loves company. It's 100% a humiliation ritual, and why some men are so triggered when we say we don't want kids. It's exploitation. Having a baby under patriarchy will bring you down so low. Ladies, don't. And then they give the baby his last name. Women and children are trophies for men. Destroy the patriarchy, it has destroyed us. They like the idea of people knowing that someone was willing to marry and or have kids with them. There will be no show for Cody Brown without his wives and children. That show taught me it carries across so many relationships. Being a wife/divorced mother is far more humiliating than being a pure single mother/choice mother. That's why men hate single mothers, because we have 100% more self-respect. Motherhood is mental illness. Worrying about kids has taken years off my life. This comment is from the video where the woman told story about her family, her brothers, how she lost her brothers. People really need to stop pretending that life is fairy tale. Remember, you're not having a baby, you're having a human and all the complexities that come with it. No one should be judged for opting out. My 17-year-old son is addicted to drugs and alcohol. I feel like I have failed miserably. The amount of pain I feel every day upon awakening and remembering his situation is devastating. That's very sad. Before becoming a mother, I was 100% happy with a wonderful life. Becoming a mother took everything away. Personally, it's a sacrifice that consumes you. As much as I love my son, I would not become a mother again. Anyone disagreeing with you is wrong. Having kids is like playing the lottery. There is just too many factors that you cannot control, even if you're the best parent to them. That's true. You can do everything within your capacity to give your child or your children the best life, but you cannot control who they become tomorrow. You might do your best towards that. Everything lies within them, whatever they choose to do. Remember, the societal pressure, the peer pressure can not always be with your children 24/7. Just do your best and leave the rest to God. My family tries to convince me by saying you would never love anything even close to the love you feel for your child. Like here, have you considered the possibility that I don't want to love something that much? But this is true about human experience in general. Like you could meet a loved one that dies, or friends, etc. I mean, this is not really an anti-kids argument. I support everyone's right to have kids or not, but I do notice most women who don't want kids has trauma in childhood.
People ask me all the time, like, oh, where's your daughter's father? Are you a single mom? Number one, my daughter does not have a father, and number two, I am a single mom because I did artificial insemination. Fuck do you mean? Fuck me. I literally chose to be a mom, but without a man. Because why not? Who the f to claim my baby daddy? Not me, bitch. Not me. Okay, y'all can claim your guys' baby daddies. Me, I don't have one. Okay? I went to the clinic, right? And I had some, shit placed up in me. And here my daughter is.
You know what? My man left me. I'm 23, 2 kids, and he left me. And I was like, you know what? The first 2 months, I've been crying. I've been walking around depressed, wondering how my life got here. And you know what? I'm saying today, fuck that. Like, I'm probably still gonna be crying. Oh, I'm definitely gonna still be depressed because what the fuck? But this is day one. This is day one of me changing my life. Me trying to just be different with my life. Okay. We got our shit together. So, my name is Ree, and this is me starting over. This is day one of me starting over. I've already moved out. I've already left because he didn't want me. He left me, so I moved out. But I just needed, I thought we were gonna get back together. I really thought that shit because I was a stupid bitch. Like, what? He already disappointed you. He already left you. Like, let it go. And it's been hard. So in order to stay distracted, I'm coming to you, TikTok. It's my turn. Day one.
Life itself is a risk. Staying alive is a risk. Having a child is a risk. Having a man is riskier, more risky. It's always advisable to go for something less risky. Some people love having children. They don't mind the pain that comes with labor, the pregnancy journey. They just want to have a child. They want to have children. So women love having so many children, even when it's obvious that they cannot afford those children. They can't cater for those children financially. While some people don't want children, they want stress-free life, because having a child is very stressful, extremely stressful. The moment you become a mother, you remain a mother till the day you go, you leave this planet. Even if your child dies before you, you're still a mother. Once a mother, always a mother. So you have to always keep being there for that child, no matter how that child turns out to be. Being a parent is a lifelong commitment. I understand that some mothers give birth to their children and they don't have anything to do with them. Those are not the parents, the mothers I'm talking about. I'm talking about those mothers that are present in the lives of your children. It's not an easy task. It's a difficult one. I don't even want to talk about the physical changes, the psychological changes that women pass through during pregnancy and after pregnancy. It's not an easy journey entirely. So this is something that requires intense thinking. You need to think it through. Be sure this is something you want to do. You don't have to do this because you're seeing people around you doing it. You don't have to get married because you're seeing people getting married. You don't have to have children because the society said you should. It should be something you want to do for yourself. Something you're convinced enough that this is what you want to do, because it is not an easy journey. The next video coming up is on a lady telling a story on how she caught her boyfriend cheating. Let's have a look.
I found out tonight that the girl that I was told to never worry about is the girl that my husband was having an affair with. And while I don't have confirmation on timelines and all of the things, it's all pretty evident. And this girl was an issue in our marriage and our relationship. So I'm sure she's going to see this and probably going to make her happy that she was an issue. But the reason she was an issue is just, I saw them together once when we were first started dating and we were in the gym. And she walked up to him and I was like, who is that? And I remember I met her, I waved to her, I said hi. And ever since that moment, I knew in my intuition that something was wrong. Or just, there's more to the story there. And he had told me they went on one date a long time ago, they used to work together, whatever. Anyways, it continued to be like a weird thing. So I just like didn't want him to be involved with her because I was like, I don't trust it. Anyways, so we moved to Texas from California. And a little backstory, he and I were separated in California for about a year before we moved to Texas. And keep in mind, my daughter Lucy just turned 2. So we were separated when I got pregnant with her. He wanted a divorce when I got pregnant with her and didn't want me to carry on with that pregnancy. And that was a lot of contention for him. And then he got a job opportunity. Well, this is the story he sold me. He got a job opportunity here in Austin, and we had been toying with the idea of moving to Austin when we were, married and still together because of opportunity and all the things. So the opportunity came up and he was like, we have to move. We have to move. We have to take advantage of this opportunity. If we don't, we're never going to make it in Santa Cruz. We're never going to make it in California. We're going to be broke forever and blah, 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 blah. And okay. And he was like, I know you want to be a stay-at-home mom. So he played into that card. He said, if you move to Texas with me, you can be a stay-at-home mom. And I was like, okay. And he's like, I promise I'll change. I'll be better. And I wanted nothing more. I had a baby. I'm freshly postpartum. I think Mateo was 2 at the time. I just was trying to survive. And I was trying to run my business and be with the kids and do the whole thing. And nothing sounded better than to just have my husband back and be at home with the kids. Are you kidding? That's the dream. And so I freaking, against my better judgment, moved to Texas. His entire family is here. My entire family is back home. So I left my business, my family, my friends. I was born and raised in Santa Cruz County. I lived there my entire life. Everything I had to my name was there. So I got rid of everything. I paid off all my debt. I drained my bank accounts. I had nothing, which stupid, I know, but I just wanted to keep my family together. So I moved to Texas with my soon-to-be ex-husband. And within 6 weeks of moving here, things were bad. Cops were called and things were awful. And I got a job because I needed an escape plan. And once he realized that I had an escape plan, things got worse. And I'm realizing now that this girl that I met tonight, I knew who she was. I know her. I'm very aware of her. She's very aware of me. Hi, Jenny. I'm realizing now that this girl has been around our entire marriage. You cannot convince me otherwise. Timeline for you guys. I moved out here in September, beginning of September. He moved out here in the beginning of August. And because I had to wrap things up. And I'm convinced that he was already with her when I moved out here. And just by the way he was acting and stuff. And I am also convinced that they were together back home while we were married and while we were separated. And even when we were separated, we were still together, if you catch my drift. Babies don't get made out of nowhere. Here I am in Texas with no friends or family. Of course, I've made some friends along the way, but none of my people are here. He has started this life playing house with this woman. And tomorrow my son is turning 4. And this woman will be spending my son's birthday with him. And that's just fan-fucking-tastic. And I don't care what my ex does. If he wants to have a relationship on his time, by all means, do your thing. I'm trying to do the same at some point. Fine. But what gets me is we are not even legally divorced yet. Like, yes, date. We're separated. Like, we can date other people. That's very clearly established between us. But bringing them around the kids and playing house with someone, anybody, is wrong. And I am hurt because I was lied to. I am hurt because I left everything that I had and that I had worked so hard to build to move here for him and for our family. And he was lying to me all along. And that sucks. That really sucks. I am just hurt. I'm hurt. And that's okay. Like, I don't want that man back. No take backs, Jenny. But I'm hurt. I'm hurt that I was lied to. I'm hurt that I miss my family. I'm hurt that my kids don't get to experience the life that I wanted for them. Because a man couldn't be a man. And of course, we all have our shit, and I played my part in some way, but the part that I played was not warranted this behavior. It was not warranted to have hands put on me, and he was arrested. And you don't get arrested for twiddling your thumbs, buddy. I share this in hopes that maybe it finds somebody that's going through something similar and it helps them. Because I am a fool. I feel like a fool. I fell for it. I wanted to keep my family together and I got burned. But I have my beautiful babies out of that marriage, and to some degree I will always love my ex. In the sense that, like, I care about him as a human, and he does not deserve that. Not in the slightest, but I do care about him, and I understand him better than absolutely anybody on this earth. And I know why he acts the way that he acts, and I know why he does the things that he does. And it's sad. It's just sad. And yeah, I would say I wish the best for him, but I don't. I really don't. I know that's bad. That's probably bad karma, but he doesn't deserve to be happy. After everything he's put me through and everything that he's put these kids through, he does not deserve to be happy. But it is what it is. You made your bed, you gotta lay in it, buddy. But yeah, this is part one. Do we want to hear part two? Because I got some stories for y'all.
Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for your support.